Robinhood Markets has made a very impressive recovery over the course of the past week, surging to $140, now showing doji candles within a very tight pinch. Should we expect a breakout back towards that upper $150 level coming to the next few days and or weeks, or should we expect the bears to step up at this level for a pullback? My name is Dylan from Dylan Trades. We're going to break down and analyze Robinhood Markets, going first to the weekly to get a very long-term perspective. So that being noted, guys, straight away on the weekly, something that's continuing to be very abundant is Robinhood setting a very strong example within higher lows. Okay, initially around this May of 2025, okay, this year is wrapping up. Crazy how fast it is, but we just see a very strong higher low presence continue to press each and every week virtually. Every single week pulled back to this area of value, and that did give a very incredible movement all the way back towards $113, right towards the $100 level, which was where we've seen that bounce over the past 4 weeks. But we've continued to see that base, guys. Now a new form has been based on the weekly with 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, and 6 weeks. We do see a very strong base here of the buyers symbolizing a higher low presence, which is a very beautiful sign, especially when you have such a strong movement like this to back it. It's little to no chance that you're going to pull back to this and then not get that bounce. So straight away from a more long-term perspective, a lot of safety here from Hood. Once again, we mentioned at these lows over the course of the past few months, really the last month, that we're pulling back to this area of value. We need to see the balance within this Senate trend line, but we could push up and then form this more long-term bull flag. So we are in this contention where, hey, if the sellers win their vantage point within this lower high, we could see that start to play out, pushing lower within the next few weeks if we do reject off $145, right? $150, more or less $145. As then that point we'd be over this descending yellow trend line. We will highlight a little bit brighter. There we go. Okay, so as of right now, it looks beautiful. Long story short, we are going to see that more impulsive break come in the next few weeks, breaking over these lower highs that have been pushed at this very aggressive $150 psychological region, pressing over, breaking into all-time highs, coming in the next few weeks. That is the equation, what's going to happen, or we're going to see a rejection point, more likely than not, 9 times out of 10, leading to this more long-term, beautiful breakout, which is a beautiful upside movement, leaving a flagpole-like base, hence this absolute gorgeous upside, then pausing, and we are currently only around right here. So this is still hypothetical. We might get that breakout, pushing over this very obvious lower high formation of the seller starting to pop up. But if the bulls crack over that $145 level, pushing in the next few weeks, we likely will see that premature breakout, getting towards these upper levels and continuing that more long-term parabolic surge, getting to $160, $70, $80, $90, even $200 is in the equation. On the daily, we do see 2 doji candles showing a decision within the market after getting over that $130 level. After pausing here for a few days, getting a massive wide bar, coming back to retest it. Now we're just kind of coagulating. Being that today's price action did reject the $140 level, pulling back, but still having, some strong buyer pressure back at this lower level. And we did get that successful break and retest of that $130 level. Bulls are definitely still dominating this overall location, but as of right now, we're still in that dead zone between $130 and $140. Once you see that upside back over 140, then you have the leeway back towards that ultimate breakout level, which we will highlight a little bit brighter at that $145 level. So with that being said, seeing the doji candle after the break and retest, we're typically going to see a quick pop continue after this, getting that upside did halt a little bit short, likely going to continue for overall a dull week to come. Little price action to come, just more doji candles, hammer candles, but some reminiscent of a thin price action week. I do not think stock price will move too much between Tuesday through Friday. On the hourly, you get a great representation of it's very strong respective stock, which Robinhood is. Once again, we break over $120, clean to 130, reject from 130, push down to 120. Absolute gorgeous reversal here with a Morningstar reversal. A strong push down within a downtrend, forming the hammer candle, then a strong candle come the next candle, boom, get that upside right back towards $130 level. We see some confluence here building and then a breakout. After that breakout, we did pull back to $130, forcing that successful retest, and then pushing back to 140, now projecting end of day. So definitely would like to see stock price hold a little bit tighter towards end of day. We did see, 4 hours here trying to hold a micro range and hold really tight to that 140 so you can get a quick pop. But seeing that end of day rejection pullback here with the overall market jumping over to QQQ and IWM, still showing a lot of nice signs, but it is due for a small pullback at big resistance levels or stillness. Jumping back to Hood, you see the same perspective. Absolutely gorgeous upside movement under these very strong pivotal levels. Likely going to use this very strong, massive movement to base out a little bit longer here and form either a some sort of a horizontal trading range breakout that is building energy, or possibly more likely than not a slight pushback right in the next trading day, pushing up and then breaking out for some sort of rising wedge setup, pushing into next week with a tight pinch to that $140 level. There's a lot of different situations that could play out, a bull flag, horizontal trading range, what have you. Once again, a lot of different situations, but typically as of right now, you're going to see a little bit of a delay. So expect the next week to be pretty calm, not too much going on, just the bulls and the bears battling between these $140, $130 levels, getting a little bit of substance, and then moving into next week, we're likely going to be set for that breakout or that breakdown potential. Likely to be a breakout. Then we'll track that and analyze this live. Robinhood looks great from a long-term perspective. It does appear to have some stagnation to occur coming in the next trading week. Have a good one, guys. Take care, trade smart, and